few years ago when I started year 11, at the beginning of the school year, we did this mini mock. It was about Macbeth. I got a grade 4. I wasn't even a few marks off a 3. A grade 4. I received my results and I looked at them in disappointment. A grade 4, barely passing. If you're not familiar with the UK grading system for GCSEs, 9 is the best. It's like an A star. And then it goes 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, which is just a pass, and then 3, 2, 1, which are all fails. So I just passed, and this is about 8 months before the final GCSE exams. And I felt quite a bit of pressure because I didn't have much time before the GCSE exams. The exams which would let us into sixth form. And I felt this pressure because I wanted to get into sixth form. But currently I didn't have the grades. I had to get like a grade 5 or 6. And although that's only 1 or 2 grades off what I already got, I still hadn't gotten the 5 or 6. I still had to work towards it. And it's not really that nice walking into the exam hall not very confident. Because if you only work minimally to get like a 5 or 6, you might always drop a couple marks and you might be a bit unlucky. It might not be your day, the exam might be extra hard and you might end up getting a 4. So, of course, I was extremely under pressure and nervous. Then we fast forward 8 months. I walk into the exam hall. It's the English literature exam. I do my thing, write down multiple pages of quality, and I leave confidently. And then we fast forward a couple more months. It's August, results day. I open up my results and I got an 8 in English literature. How did I do this? How did I double my grade in 8 months? How did I go from a grade 4 to a grade 8 in 8 months? The first thing I did was that I built the habit of reading. I started reading every single night before bed. I built a very nice, consistent habit. The way I did this was I had a night routine and a morning routine, but we'll cover that later. I had a night routine, so at 8 p.m. every single night, I would brush my teeth, do all of that, and then I'd come here at 8:30 in my bed and I'd read a book. Why would I read a book? Well, it's quite obvious. To improve at English, you want to read books because when you read books, not only do you discover new vocabulary, you can also look at the way that the experts, the authors, describe certain things, describe landscapes, anything, a room, the way it looks. And with these descriptions, what you can do is you can kind of copy them, right? And you won't get punished for this. It's quite obvious that you want to do this. You want to copy from the experts. You see how they describe things and you can use that in your own writing, implement it in your own essays. And I'm going to tell you this, right? If you're in school, right, you're watching this video because you're in school, you're interested how to get better grades. You need to get into a consistent morning or night routine. You have literally zero excuse. The fact is, getting into these good habits like reading, and you can say meditating, exercising, they are going to massively help you get good grades. Why? Because all of these habits will help you improve your mental health, will help you improve your focus. So when you're in that exam hall, you can focus more. You have zero excuse. Even if you wake up at 6, you get the bus at 7, you have to go to school super early, and you get home at 5. You still have no obligations. You still don't have to work. Your family still provides for you if you're in a situation. If not, and you have to do work. Sorry for that. Best of luck. But most of you, right, you're not in like extremely poor conditions where you have to work as a student. And you can do literally what you want. You have all the free time. You might, if worst case of scenario, you leave your home at 7, you get home at 5. You can spend an hour, you can do some push-ups. You can spend 40 minutes eating dinner, spending time with family, because that is essential for your mental health. And then you can do like 2 hours of work, then it's 8 o'clock. And then you start your night routine. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, why do I want to start my night routine at 8 p.m.? That's super early. Guys, you're like 16, right? You need to be getting quality sleep. You wake up, you go to sleep at 9, wake up at 6. 9 hours of sleep is what you need. You could probably be getting more, but you have to be getting good sleep. The sleep you get is what recovers not only your body, your mind. It's what increases your memory. So you have to get into these habits. Quit playing video games. If you're young, you think, oh yeah, video games is a childish thing to do, I'm still a child, this and that. To be honest, video games don't actually bring you any benefit. When you open your results day and you look back at all the eons you spent in front of the screen, you're going to think it was a waste of time. You should have studied instead. Quit playing Clash Royale. That's the same thing as a video game. Basically, hop on self-improvement. That's what I'm saying. And start reading books. Reading books will definitely help improve your English grade. And to make this easier, make sure that the habit is attractive. What I mean by this is pick a book that you enjoy, a topic that you like. I recommend fictional books and not scientific non-fiction ones, because the scientific ones, they just state facts really. And that's not really descriptions. Fictional ones, there's so many descriptions that you can just pigeon and put them in your essay. The second thing I did to double my English literature grade was I started to research definitions. So this is actually connected to the first habit. What I would do is at 8:30 roughly, I would read the book. And I didn't tell you this, but I would also underline words that I did not understand. Some words like pulchritudinous, conspicuous, some words like that. You're always going to come across words that you won't understand. And some of them you won't know just by reading them. Some of them, yeah, you can just from common sense. But with most of them, no. So, to learn what they really mean, isn't it smart to search it up? So what I would do, the next morning, I had a morning routine. I'd wake up at 6 every single morning. And this was quite good. I remember this. I was quite disciplined. And this is what really helped me get good grades. I'd wake up at 6. I'd do like 10-20 minutes of stretching. And then I'd get onto that desk and do 20 minutes of researching the vocabulary, the definitions that I underlined the night before. And not only did I write the definition, I literally have a book full of definitions. It's like a dictionary. It's like a personalized dictionary. I also, under each definition, I also wrote down sentences with those words in the sentences. So I was training my mind to use those new words. And obviously this expanded my vocabulary, and I was able to just show off more to the examiner in like the descriptive essay or Macbeth. Now the third thing I did to double my English literature grade was to do loads of practice questions. Loads. Now I had 8 months, and the best thing you can do, right, is to just start consistently doing practice questions. I don't think I was doing them like even before December, but definitely I spent a good like at least 6 months doing practice questions. And with English it's a bit tricky because it's a bit of a subjective subject, right? You write the essay and you can't really mark it yourself. There's just like a specification for the examiner to go through and then to mark it. So what I would do is I would send this essay to my English teacher, and then she would mark it for me. She'd send it back, give me my feedback, and I just do the next essay with that feedback, trying to work on the things that I was worse, the things that were my weaknesses. And these practice papers like helped so much. I remember like I'd get like a 50% in like the first few ones, and now I was getting like 70-80%. And I could see it all coming together, and I was started to be quite proud of myself. So those practice questions are essential because it's like you have to practice what you play, right? I think that's the same. It's obvious. Practicing a paper, practicing a practice question, doing practice questions will get you better. That's what you do in that final thing. It's just like that final thing is the one that will get tested and that you will have for the rest of your life. So, isn't it common sense that you just do loads and loads of practice questions? So those are all the things I did to double my English literature grade. But I'm gonna put a bit more emphasis on the first point, on the habit of reading. I'm gonna probably repeat myself a few times, but it's super important. That's why I need to add for emphasis the habit of reading. I gained the habit of reading for my English literature grade, and then I've kept it for life. School may have ruined the reading for us because we were forced to read books that were uninteresting, like Macbeth, books that are very hard to understand and comprehend. But you can go to the library and pick out some books that you really do enjoy. There are books that you will like. Think of anything off the top of your head, any subject that you like, whether it's fishing, sport, or some sort of like genre, mystery, thriller, action, whatever. Pick a book on that topic, on that genre, and you will enjoy it. Reading is really good at developing your mind, the words you use, your vocabulary, and the habits you get in you build are also super important. It might be difficult to quit the habit of playing video games because you might have other degenerate friends that still play Fortnite, Clash Royale. But I'm telling you guys, you don't actually get anything from that. Let's be honest. You might have a laugh with your friends, and I absolutely understand that. I used to have a good time with my friends. We had a laugh playing Fortnite when I was younger. But the fact is, playing Fortnite doesn't give you anything. It takes away more than it gives. You stay up late, you get bad quality sleep. Wouldn't it be better to have a laugh in the gym? You're training together, you're getting better, stronger, you're building your mental resilience. Please do yourselves a favor and start building good habits. Reading, you can create that morning and night routine and stick to it even on the weekends. That's what I did, and that's how I literally doubled my English grade. I literally woke up at 6 a.m. throughout that whole year, every single day. So that's it for this video, how I doubled my English literature grade. I hope this advice helps you, and accept, adapt, and overcome!